Hey, it's Bortone, and welcome to Video Marketing Today. What's working now? I'll tell you what wasn't working is Google Hangouts last night kicked me off during the webinar. So yes, it happens. Tech happens. And we are going to persevere and do a nice, new, clean replay for you. I won't promise that Rocco the Pug won't want to make an appearance or bark during the presentation, but in any case, we're going to go through this and we're going to give you a nice, clean, crisp, clear recording of the webinar, Video Marketing Today, What's Working Now. So we're going to jump right in. We have a lot of stuff to cover. This is new information. This is a new webinar. It's not rehashed stuff. It's the latest, greatest info. So I would encourage you to set aside 40, 45 minutes or so and stop multitasking, get a pencil and paper, a pen and paper, and be prepared to take notes. So no cheating, no multitasking. Pay attention. You're going to get the most out of this if you follow along. So let's jump right in. What is this training about? It is about the latest video tools and trends. I'm going to share a few YouTube best practices, some Google Hangout tips. We're going to talk about video rules of engagement, that is engaging your audience. And we'll also talk about video visibility strategies. Now, obviously, video marketing is constantly on the go, evolving, moving. There are new rules, new tools that come into play pretty much every day. And that's why I like to do these webinars. And that's why I think it's smart for you to follow somebody like me who's always going to give you the very latest and most vital video marketing best practices. It's a lot to keep up with, but it's what I do for a living, so I'm happy to share it with you. So we're going to dive right in. And this webinar, this training is for coaches and consultants, authors, speakers, trainers, professional service providers, whether you're in healthcare or in some other kind of service, any kind of small business owner or solopreneur or entrepreneur, and also online marketers. And I got news for you. Today, we are all online marketers. So I think this information will be helpful to you. I'm going to share some resources, some trends, some statistics, and I hope you'll follow along because I think you'll find it really helpful. So we're going to talk about industry best practices, and we're going to look at 4 areas: trends, strategy, engagement, and visibility. So I want you to be up on this stuff so that you will know the latest and greatest information to put to use in your business to save you time and help you get more clients and make more money. So let's talk trends first. And hopefully, if you're watching this, you're already sort of on the video train. But if not, it is time to jump on the bandwagon and get it together and get on board, because this stuff is not going away. It is only getting more powerful and more ubiquitous. Video is really a must-have marketing tool. It's important for engagement, for conversions. It's vital for branding and visibility, as well as just overall awareness. If you want people to know you exist, if you want your potential customers to know you exist, you really have to be doing video marketing these days. It's like, if you didn't have a website 5 or 10 years ago, now if you don't have a video or video presence, you're definitely behind the 8 ball. Let me share a few statistics to back all this up. 52% of marketers say marketers can learn about views, how much content has been viewed, and in what geographical locations. So a lot of marketing professionals are saying that video is the best type of content with the best return on investment. 65% of viewers watch more than 3/4 of a video. 93% of marketers use video for online marketing, sales, and communication. Here's a few other highlights I'll share with you. Videos increase people's understanding of your product or service by 74%. If somebody says, whether you're in an elevator or a meeting or a networking event, what do you do? What does your business do? Well, if you have a video that explains that, you are going to increase people's understanding of your product and service by 75%. 34% of all online activity is spent watching video. Now, everybody's online, and apparently a third of those people online are watching video. Here's another good one to keep in mind. An average user spends 88% more time on websites with video. Videos make your sites sticky, and they make people stay longer on your website. And obviously, you don't want people bouncing off your website as soon as they get there. An average user spends 88% more time on websites with video. In other words, this SHIT works. 80% of your online visitors will watch a video, but only 20% of them will actually read the content in its entirety. So if you have a sales page that is all text, chances are 20% of them will read it. If you have a sales page with a video on it, 80% of the people will watch it. So it's really important to integrate video into your websites, into your sales pages, and into your business. In fact, viewers are 85% more likely to purchase a product after watching a product video. If you don't believe me, go to Amazon.com and check out all the videos that are there now demonstrating products. Viewers are 85% more likely to purchase a product after watching a product video. And finally, video and email marketing together can increase click-through rates by more than 90%. I see this all the time when I do video email. Email alone is getting miserable open rates, but email with video can increase those click-through rates by more than 90%. So start thinking about integrating videos into your email, and I'll show you how you can do that in a moment. So really, when it comes to video, it's lead, follow, or get the hell out of the way, which is one of my favorite sayings. And in this webinar, we're going to be showing you that content is more than just king. Content is everything. We're also going to show you that video is now the #1 social medium. Video is clearly a game changer for small business. We'll talk a bit about that. We're also going to talk about trust and credibility, and the fact that trust is the new transaction. We're going to tell you why it's important on video to think both short videos, and think small, think about the small screen. And we're also going to touch upon how consistency can help you crush the competition. So let's start with content. Content is everything. Content helps you provide real value to your products and customers. So when you think about video content creation and you say, okay, I know I should be doing video, but what should I do? Well, you can start by repurposing your existing content. You can turn your blog into a video blog. You can turn your podcast into a video podcast. You can create shorter, punchier content like quick tips. You can take your workshops or webinars, maybe those are an hour long, and cut those up into smaller slices. Again, the theme here is to be consistent. It's really important that you are producing video content consistently. And ideally, that video content is solving a problem for your prospects. Now, in a perfect world, in those videos, you'll also be able to tell stories and evoke emotions rather than just saying, you know, buy my widget, it's really cool. You want to talk about the story behind your widget, how you got to creating that widget, and try and invoke some emotions. And then finally, keep it simple. Don't make it any more complicated than it needs to be. I use Google Hangouts for webinars and workshops and trainings now because most of the time it works really well and it's relatively simple. It's free. Everyone has access to it. And when it works great. And usually it does work pretty good. Now, I also mentioned that video is social. And in fact, YouTube has just passed Facebook as the #1 social network with the most traffic. So YouTube must be part of your social media strategy. I definitely consider it part of social media. It is just as important, if not more so, than Facebook, Google+, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Instagram. And now, as this graph indicates, video and YouTube is now the top social network, more than Facebook. It has surpassed Facebook, and it has the most estimated unique monthly visitors in millions. That's 900 million, in case you're wondering, on YouTube. Facebook is not doing too shabby at 800 million unique monthly visitors. Twitter's down there at about 250, LinkedIn, Google+, Pinterest, and then all the way down to Instagram. So don't be fooled by all the social media hype. YouTube is the biggest social medium out there, and you ought to be using it. And again, video is more than just a game changer. Video can be a life changer. If you saw my Creative Live 3-day workshop a few weeks back, which you can find at bortone.com/live, you will remember that I talked about leverage and free time and the fact that video can save you so much time because it's out there working for you even when you're doing something else. Video can leverage your time, and more leverage means more free time, and it also means that you can reach more people with video. Video saves you time, it increases your impact and influence, it gets you much more visibility, and ultimately it gets you more revenue because people know who you are, they're aware of you, they know what you do, they understand what you do, they know, like, and trust you, and then they buy from you. So if you want more visibility, more impact and influence, and more revenues, you've got to be doing video, and you've got to be doing it right. So another thing I talk about in terms of trust and credibility is the trust tree. And that's where you are planting the seeds to develop trust and credibility. And video is great at that because video shows the real you. It shows your authenticity. And you don't have to be somebody else or, put on airs or try and do something differently. Just show up and be yourself. Show up and be real. That's what helps develop trust and credibility. And the great thing about video is it lets you provide value to your prospects, and it also gives you the opportunity to share great content with your prospects. And when you share information, ideas, tools, it allows you to serve your potential customers before you have to sell them. So you are adding value, you are building trust and credibility long before you're ever asking them to buy something. Another trend in video is to think small, or as I like to say, it's a small screen after all, because 50% of all YouTube videos are now viewed on mobile devices. You know it, I know it, our teenagers know it. Everyone is on their smartphone or their iPhone, and everyone is watching videos on their mobile devices. So when you're creating video, think small and think in terms of a small screen, whether it's an iPhone or an iPad or a tablet. So that's why you want to keep it short. Keep your videos short and sweet. If people are viewing them on mobile, it's best if they're under a minute. You want to make it shareable. You want to make something worth passing along because it's very easy to share stuff from your phone. You want to make it relevant to your target market, obviously. And finally, you want to deliver real value. So, there's the kind of offhand texting kind of stuff that you don't put much thought into, but then there's the content and the videos that you really want to have make an impact. And consistency is also important when it comes to video, because I know a lot of folks who do one and dones, or they do a video and it languishes on YouTube and never gets a lot of views because they're not consistently creating and promoting it. So I encourage my clients to create a video content calendar. And you can do that with month-long themes. You can make a monthly plan. You can make a quarterly plan. You can plan around your big initiatives and have videos support those marketing initiatives. You can repurpose content and reuse stuff from things that you've already had in the past. You can use what's called tentpole programs, which are your major initiatives that all the other things work around. Or you can tap into popular trends and holidays and things like that. So be sure to have a content calendar and be consistent with video and find a way to do it fairly often. And that's how you'll get the most impact. So let's take a quick look again at the trends that we covered in video marketing, the latest industry best practices. We talked about the fact that content rules, content is king. We saw that video is now the #1 social networking medium, or YouTube has now surpassed Facebook in terms of overall viewers and users. Video is a game changer because it can help you leverage your time and help you work smarter instead of longer or harder. We talked about trust and credibility, and that trust is the new transaction. We also said that if you're doing video, remember the fact that 50% of videos are now watched on mobile devices. So keep your content short and make sure that it works on a small screen. And lastly, consistency is so important, and try to be consistent with your video presence. All right, let's move on to strategy. And there are some simple strategies you can use to increase your video presence without pulling your hair out. Now, some of the obvious ones include YouTube and Google Hangouts and off-camera videos as well. So I always talk about goals over gadgets and why it's more important to think of strategy than technology. So don't get hung up on the technology. If you saw my Creative Live presentation a few weeks ago, which again you can find at loubortone.com/live, you'll remember that I talked about focusing on goals over gadgets and how strategy is more important than what camera to use. So think in terms of your business objectives and don't get too hung up on the cameras and the platforms and things like that. At the same time, you don't want to wing it either. You can't just kind of throw stuff against the wall and hope it sticks. You really need to have a video plan. So think about what you want your videos to accomplish and be specific. What business objectives do you want your videos to help you accomplish? And then you can create a roadmap for how and what kind of videos will get you to your business goals faster. This is what I do with my clients. We create a video marketing plan based on the business objectives that they want to accomplish, and then we construct a roadmap for how to get there. Now, I talk a lot about YouTube, and I have a lot of other webinars and trainings on YouTube, but let me just give you the highlights here in terms of the latest YouTube trends and the best way to use YouTube today. Some best practices for YouTube today include optimizing your videos, and you can do that by simply creating great titles with keywords in them, creating nice long descriptions in the description section, also with keywords, and including the appropriate tags, or again, keywords. Tags are keywords, and you want to have some consistent tags and keywords in your YouTube videos. Another way to get more views and just to use YouTube more effectively is to create customized thumbnails. The thumbnails are those little teeny photos that you see that represent the videos, and thumbnails make it easy for viewers to find your content. So you can create customized thumbnails. You don't have to get stuck with the 3 that YouTube gives you. Create customized thumbnails to represent your video and help your viewers find what they're looking for. Another thing you can do on YouTube that you should do is add annotations to your videos to make them interactive and engaging and make them link to your other properties. Annotations are like little thought bubbles or overlays or anything that you put into your video that is linkable. You can create that in the annotations section. And then one other final sort of ninja trick that's more advanced is to create an end card to keep your viewers engaged with your related content. And what I mean by that is you can create a slide or an end card at the end of your video that helps your videos find your other content, helps your viewers find other videos that are yours. So in other words, don't let YouTube decide what viewers see next. You can decide what you want your viewers to see next. And by doing that, you can create a customized end card that directs your viewers to other videos. Real SEO does this very effectively. You can see the main video floats up to the upper left-hand corner. They've got a subscribe button, and they've got other related videos that you can watch if you click on any of these videos. These are all annotations. These are all clickable and will go to those videos. It does take a little bit more work, but it's very effective. You can also use Google Hangouts. It's a free resource. They're relatively easy to use. Most of the time they work. I have had a few technical glitches the last couple days, but by and large they're very effective. Again, with Hangouts, do them with your goals in mind. They don't have to just be for webinars. You can use them to share tips. You can use them to do video coaching. You can use them to do video chats. You do want to maybe practice, get a little familiar with it, just to work out any technical issues that you may have, just to get more familiar with it. But the more you do, the better you get and the better they get. So practice with Google Hangouts. They've got a lot of different uses. Again, anything from a video chat to a live video webinar to demonstrations or panels. Very flexible, very easy to use. They also allow you to interact with your audience with polls. You can call up videos. You can share your screen, similar to what I'm doing here. So YouTube, actually the other thing with Google Hangouts is they get recorded to YouTube if you do a Google Hangout on air. So make sure you come up with a good title, because that's also going to be the YouTube title when it appears on YouTube a little bit later. So Google Hangouts are a great free resource and something that you want to be using whenever you can. If you don't want to be on camera, there are a lot of off-camera options, or what I call bad hair day videos. And again, there are many options and platforms for doing off-camera videos. So again, the idea is to find the right tool for the job. In other words, find the simplest way to deliver your message, because at the end of the day, it's still about the message, not the technology or platform. I'll show you several off-camera methods in a moment, but again, remember, overall you want to stay on message and stay on brand, and when your video is done, you can share, and share again. Pass that video along, make sure it gets out to your potential viewers. Now, some of my favorite off-camera platforms include Intro Designer, which is a $3.99 iPhone iPad app that lets you create really cool sizzle animations and intro videos and logo reveals and things like that. So that's a good one. I love Adobe Voice for the iPad. It's an iPad app that is a free app in the App Store, and if you've got an iPad, you can create really cool, very easy videos just by recording your voice and then matching it up with graphics that the Adobe Voice app gives you. So check out Adobe Voice for the iPad. There are the old standbys like Animoto, which is a photo montage site, VideoScribe to do sketch videos or whiteboard videos. Powtoon is another animation software that's very easy to use and very affordable. And then there's VideoMaker FX, which is one of the newer ones that makes it really simple to do animated videos and whiteboard videos. And I believe you can find that at loubortone.com/VideoMaker. Very affordable, very easy to use, and a great way to do off-camera videos. So let's talk a little bit now about video engagement and making video to make connections. I believe video is best and engages best when it is social, personal, and authentic. Video is a really great way to break through the clutter and connect with your audience and really get through to them on a much more personal level. Now, a lot of times people will talk about a product funnel, and I don't really believe in the whole funnel theory, because funnel kind of implies that you are manipulating people through this funnel where you give them something free first and then you charge more for something later on. And I guess it works in some cases, but I really prefer and suggest that you focus on providing immense value. Now, the first thing to remember is that your customers don't necessarily want to be forced into a quote-unquote funnel. They want you to help them solve a problem or ease a pain that they have. So they don't care if something's free, they're trying to solve a problem. Secondly, prospects will work with you on any level and at any price point, depending on the amount of trust and credibility you have earned with them. So people aren't necessarily going to buy your free item or take your free item first and buy your expensive coaching later. If they need the coaching now and they trust you, they may buy the coaching now. So they'll work with you on whatever level of trust you have earned with them. And finally, I also think it's important to meet your prospect where they are in the process, where they are in their business, and where they need help, and simply offer to serve them. They may just need a $9.95 coaching club, $9.95 coaching club or resource center. On the other hand, they may need one-on-one coaching or group coaching. So meet them where they are in the process and just offer to serve them. I also believe in a value-based offering. So it also depends on how much help and support your clients need. And again, that's why in my lineup, I basically have products that are as inexpensive as $9.95 a month, all the way up to $10,000 private coaching programs. So I have a membership area and resource center that's just $9.95 a month for people who just want to access the recordings and the tutorials and do-it-yourself stuff. But some people will need more personal and customized support or done-for-you services. So try and create offers along the scale, along the spectrum here, to meet your clients where they are. Some rules of engagement. Let's call them rules of engagement. How to connect using video. Now, I believe it's best, especially with video, being able to break through with personal videos like video email or Google Hangout chats where you're speaking one-on-one to folks. Video is a lot more personal and engaging, and if you make it personal and one-on-one, it can be a lot more effective. So again, use video email, things like vSnap or mailview.com to really connect with people on a personal level. You can use Google Hangouts to do video chats. You can send what I call video postcards, which are just like video emails. Also, send video greetings for birthdays and holidays. It's a great way to connect with folks and make it more personal and memorable. And also remember to try and give them content that they can consume on the go, because as we said, 50% of videos are now watched via mobile devices. So if you create something short and sweet for them that's easily seen on the go on a mobile phone, you've got a much better chance of reaching them. And then finally, combine video and social media for greater impact and influence. Video can be multiplied exponentially when you combine it with social media like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google+, etc. All right, if that all makes sense, we'll move on and talk a little bit more about engagement. And I believe there are 4 keys to video engagement and through video marketing. And the first is your message. Obviously, you have to have a message that resonates with your target market. You want to be consistent. You want to get that message out there as much as possible and as often as possible. You want to think about your platform. Do you want to do on camera? Do you want to do off camera? Do you want to do Adobe Voice videos, or do you want to do on-camera video emails? So it really depends on what platform you want to use. And finally, your point of view is simply your take or your slant or your branding on how you deliver your information. Okay, so we've covered trends, we've covered strategy, and we've covered engagement. And engagement, again, should be personal, authentic, relevant, social, and mobile friendly. So now let's look at the final here on visibility. And video visibility is really important because I think you have to get seen to get sales. So with visibility, we're going to talk a little bit about leverage, about the importance of stories, and about repurposing content. Now, I'm a big believer in repurposing your content and in leveraging your content because even your quote-unquote older content can have new life on a new platform. So if you look at my little wheel of content over here, maybe you start with a written blog post, you put that same post on Facebook with an image or a photo, you take that image or photo and put it on Pinterest or Instagram. If you've got a slide presentation like this one, you can share it to SlideShare. You can send a video to YouTube and then put that video back to your blog. So it's kind of a little circle of content life here, basically. You can repurpose all your best content and leverage it across various social media platforms. And again, try to tell stories to engage your prospects. Try and make sure that that content ties back to some kind of more personal story. You want to be consistent, and you can do that by using a mix of live and automated content. What I mean by that is I post live on the fly during the day on Facebook, but I've also got certain posts that I've scheduled on Facebook using something like Buffer app, where you can schedule your posts ahead of time. Tailor the content to the platform. Obviously, some things work better for others. Visuals and videos are great for Facebook. Images are great for Pinterest and Instagram. So think about your platform and what's the best content for that platform. And then finally, even if you think you're being repetitive, that's really just one step in the branding process. So what may seem repetitive to you is just finally breaking through to folks from a branding standpoint. So don't be afraid to share the content. Even if you say, I put a video on Facebook a week ago, it's okay. You can repost it. People may not have seen it the first time. Give people a chance to see your content, and don't be afraid to repost and repeat. That's really how you get the I see you everywhere effect, which is really important for getting visibility, credibility. And again, you can start with YouTube. Put a video on YouTube and share that video from YouTube to Facebook, Twitter, Google+, LinkedIn. You can take the embed code and put the same video on your site. You can do a 15-second version for Instagram. You can do photo versions and video for Pinterest. Yes, you can upload video to Pinterest. So by posting content on numerous platforms at various times, you'll dramatically increase your online presence and get that lovely I see you everywhere effect. And that's because your content and your videos are out there working for you while you're doing something else. And that's a beautiful thing. Excuse me. So we talked about trends, strategy, engagement, and visibility. So now let's talk a little bit about, in summarizing, some of these best practices. So again, this stuff really works if you are willing to do the work. So consistency is important. Consistency counts. One and done doesn't work with video. You have to have a strategy and you have to be consistent with it. Content is still king. Video is the most powerful and engaging way to deliver your content to get your customers to respond. Video is very powerful and very engaging, and video is a great way to do content on the web. Another thing to think of is to always think in terms of solving your target market's problem. Serve before you sell and demonstrate how you can fix the problem that your target market has. If you can solve a problem for them or ease a pain for them, then they will beat a path to your door. And finally, deliver on the brand promise, on your brand promise. Stand for something and always keep your commitments, and your reputation will grow. Now, my brand, you may think of it as video, but I think of it also in terms of empowering entrepreneurs to get their messages out there. And if I can empower you and give you the tools and resources you need, then you will succeed. And hopefully you will remember that I'm one of the folks that helped you get there. So deliver on your brand promise. Mine is engagement and empowerment, and I hope that in this webinar and other webinars, I do that. Let me leave you with this one staggering statistic. 89 million people in the US alone are going to watch 1.2 billion online videos today, according to ComScore. 89 million people just in the United States are going to watch 1.2 billion videos today, tomorrow, and every day. So you want your videos to be part of that. You want to get in on that enormous audience and enormous potential to be able to get your message out there with video and to be able to get people to notice you and buy from you using video. So, one of the ways you can do that is to take this free video marketing assessment, which will help you get a sense of where you are in the process, what you may need, what you don't need, what you want to focus on. This is just a free form that you can get at this link, and you can use this free video marketing assessment to kind of take your temperature and see where you're at in terms of video and what you may need. If you decide to do that video marketing assessment, you can send that to me and set up a free question and answer session with me, or a free one-on-one session, because some of the ways I help is with these free sessions. I also have a very easy and affordable online Rockstars resource center. So there's different levels that I can help you. The online Rockstars is sort of a do-it-yourself, watch videos and resources. It's a month-to-month membership that you can cancel anytime. It's just $10 a month, ridiculously affordable. And you get access to video tutorials and information and things like that. I think I have a screenshot of that here somewhere. Let me see. Hopefully you can see that. So if you go to that site, which is loubortone.com/rockstar, you'll see where you can find the online membership club, which is just $9.95 a month for access to a resource center with tons of trainings and how-to videos, things like that. I'll put the link here at the end too. Or I've got my 3-day Creative Live course, which is really a much more intensive course, 30 videos and bonus materials. You can find that at loubortone.com/live. Or you can look into private coaching, which is customized to your specific needs. And for that, you can just email me at vip@loubortone.com. And I'll tell you, because there are a lot of questions about how that works, I'll give you a quick overview of what video coaching is and how it works. Basically, a video coach is somebody that will work with you to create your video marketing strategy, working on your message, your goals, your platforms. First, we'll go over your goals for video so that you can create a video strategy that's based on your specific business objectives, whether you want visibility, whether you're trying to build a list or build passive income, whether you're trying to attract clients or just get a cash infusion. We work on video goals and a video plan to get you there. So the video action plan is a customized plan that uses video as the primary marketing vehicle to help you reach your specific business and financial goals. And finally, we also provide accountability and support so that you have an experienced coach and advisor to show you the way, step by step, take you by the hand, and keep you accountable and on track so that you're actually getting this stuff done. A lot of people complain that they can't find the time to do video, and this is a great way to do that because you have somebody holding your feet to the fire. So what can a video marketing coach do for you? Well, here are just a few of the things. Create your video marketing plan. Develop your video brand and your video messaging. Video marketing coach like me will help you create a video content calendar so that you're creating video consistently that's driving business objectives. can help you create video products so that you can sell and get passive recurring revenue. A video marketing coach can help keep you accountable and on track. And one of the other things I do for my clients is I provide creative video services like production and editing, which I don't do for anybody unless they are a client. Can help you optimize your YouTube channel to be sure that you're getting the most views and the most bang for your buck. We can also set up your Google Hangouts, produce sales and launch videos, determine your best video platforms, whether that's podcasting, video podcasting, Hangouts, etc. And I mentioned video launches, and I'll show you a quick example of one I'm doing now. This is a video launch that's currently underway, basically using a series of videos to teach and train and build, hopefully, excitement for a product of coming out soon called 10-Minute Video Trainer. So you can see here, I had the first video here, which was called the Video Marketing Advantage. The second one is up right now, called Online Video Made Easy. And these are just short, under 10-minute training videos with lots of content. And you can see the comments below on this page. A lot of folks are commenting on it, which is great. So then I'll have a third video, and then finally the final video will be the 10-Minute Video Trainer product. So again, it's a way to do a launch that builds some excitement, and it's just a great way to get your products out there. So if you're interested in how to do that, let me know, and that can be part of the video coaching program as well. So that's what a video marketing coach can do for you, and that's essentially what I do with my private clients. All right, let's move on here. Now, if you want to have a free consult and you'd like to find out if you want to work with me on some level, whether it's group, individual, or maybe there's a product I have that can help you, you can fill out that web form here again, and that form is a video marketing assessment to help you figure out where you are or what you may or may not need with video, and then you can schedule a time with me if you want, just a quick 15-minute hello session at bortone.acuityscheduling.com. So I would encourage you to do that. You know, you can always find me on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, etc. And that's it. If you'd like to speak with me or set up a time to talk, feel free to access my schedule at bortone.acuityscheduling.com. And we'll have a quick chat and see if there's anything I can do to point you in the right direction or help you. Of course, you always have the option of just joining the Online Rockstars Club, or seeing my Creative Live program, or just emailing me if you want more information, or if you need to get that assessment form. That's pretty much all I've got for now for lovely content. I hope this was helpful. I hope you got some ideas, some tips and tricks, and thank you for being here. You know where to find me, and I look forward to speaking with you. I hope you'll get in touch, or maybe pop on my schedule so we can catch up and see if there's something I can do to assist you or point you in the right direction on your video journey. That's it from here. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.